Well, hello again and welcome to Roland's Reviews. As we can see, the nonsense definitely still ongoing, and you can thank any Democrat that you can think of for what we are currently experiencing. All right. As you enter the chat room, folks, please do me one small favor and hit that little thumb. That is the like button that tells YouTube that you are definitely enjoying this content and possibly they may share it out with some more people. So, um, I'll wait for some more people to enter. I see the usual suspects are coming on in. All right. Those of you who have social media as well, do me a favor and um, share it on your Facebook page, share it on your Truth Social page, whatever form of social media that you may use. And I have several little clips to share with you. I have live footage. Um, this is insane. So, as you can see, California is destroying itself from within. And you can thank your Democrats for that. Boom. And so they are, I don't know, I'm going to show you some of the footage, and you may have seen some of it. Some of this is absolutely ridiculous. And make it make sense. I'm lost. You want to be here, but you're carrying your country's flag. I don't get this. You're making a strong case for people that don't even like. I've heard someone say they don't even care for Trump that much, but they can see that what these people are doing is wrong. And God forbid if they were to do this in their own country, oh, again, they would just come up missing. Okay, I'm just saying. Um all right, so I'll go ahead and start with the roll call. All right, Florida's here. Dorian's here. How are each of you doing? Baldwin Birds is here. Hello, how are you? Isaiah, how are you? CJ, how you doing, love? Isaiah made it. All right. So type in the look at this title first. If you had to give me your one word, um, if you had one word that you would use to describe this melee, this uh mess. Just type one word. That's all I need. Dorian said, "Thanks a lot, Skamala." Boom. Type. I want to know how each of you feels. And again, Ballenberg said, "R.I.P. California." Boom. That's what it looks like. It looks like California is imploding. Um, and as you can see, folks, if you are paying attention, like we said when we first started covering um, these riots, it's getting more and more violent. Uh, so we'll see, where it goes. Uh, Now, they're in Texas and there are other places. But I tell you what, uh, you you go to Texas with that nonsense. They have something for you. Boom. How you doing, Trish? Everyone, okay, yeah. Type your one word, okay. Lawlessness, okay, you're right, Baldwin. Dorian says fickle, okay. Trish says trash, okay. Rob Cat says chaos. Going back to Cali, I don't think so. Right, Dorian, don't go there. Trump will call in the big boy. Trish, and these idiot uh Democrats, they're saying, oh, there's nothing. Why are they saying Trump's trying to be a dictator? There's nothing wrong here. Oh my God. Okay, I need to go live. Let me go live first. So, if you will, again, excuse me. hit that like button for me, folks. And we're going to get into this here. Let me see. Let's go live and see what's happening here. All right, wrong one. I think the one I want to show you. Okay, come on. Okay, there it is. All right. There we go. So let's see what these idiots are doing. And I don't know, did anyone witness the one illegal immigrant who was stomping on the American flag and putting up his middle finger? These people are nuts. This, again, you're destroying your own case. It's obvious what you think of America by your actions. Let's listen to what's going on.
I know. You don't have a choice in your community. You just know you're going to get fired if you say yes. If you're parking in the list of fashists, bro. They're going to kick out your ass. There's no more privilege. Anybody you just say this fascist government is embarrassed. So you just sit back and lie like a pussy cat. Yeah. I see it. I'm going to go down the line and see how many of these people Donald Trump might like.
Just remember, using your weapons on domestic soil would be a violation of your oath.
You're like the only white guy here. Everybody else is a fucking betrayal. Let it be known. Hey, anything for that Hellcat, huh? Anything for that Hellcat? Yeah. Can you see over the steering wheel? Anything for a Hellcat, man. I see him.
Yes, CJ. I'll try to keep up with your comments, but I'm also going to be playing so you can hear what they're saying. CJ said this is a planned, orchestrated, months in advance. There's no way that these signs are paid and paid protest just appeared with a snap of your finger. They say Walmart, Eris, Christie. Well, yeah, these people are nuts. And then if you want to stay here so bad, why are you waving your country's flag? Deport, deport, deport. Boom. Rob Cat said a very illiterate group. Rob Cat, exactly. Intelligent people don't have to walk around saying F Donald Trump. Come on. Let's see what they're saying.
Behind public property? Huh? So I can walk across. That's what I'm asking you. I can walk across? Or is it private property? Huh? Can I walk across or not? No? Is it private property? It is? Okay, thank you for answering my question.
I don't think so. I don't think so. White boy wrong once again. Supervisor Hernandez, strikes back. You said questions in private property.
I love all my neighbors who believe in freedom.
Put it your level. I start going to your level, man. I give him the coverage. You use her, bro? You use her, bro? Sucking all that dick? You use her? Yeah. Hey.
Protect us.
How you doing, Rachel? These people are so entitled. Maya sisters, how you doing? All right, Rachel, good evening. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Rachel, share this on your Facebook page, love. Maya sisters, how you doing, sweetie? Maya says her one-word reaction is irrational. I would agree with that. Dorian, also, ICE can't wear masks, but the protesters can. So hypocritical. Yes, this is crazy.
I guarantee you there will be an after.
I need to educate yourself for real.
And if you've been watching some of these protests, some of these idiots are saying that they can't be illegal on stolen land. Ma'ams, sir, do your research. The United States paid for that in cash. So stop it with the lies. Let's see what they're saying.
Following a fact.
All right, I have to turn that down because I don't want to be copyrighted. Okay. But as you can see, the closed captionings they're on. CJ, okay, thank you for that info. Beverly, how you doing, dear? So this is what it's come down to. And again, we have to leave this on the doorstep of Kamala and Joe Biden. This is what it's come down to. Leave my neighbors alone. These people, California, it's a total cesspool of degenerates. They are nuts. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know what the situation is. But this is what they're doing. Dorian, they even went to war against Mexico for that land and for yes, exactly. Oh my God. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, they're still playing music, so I have to mute it. So we'll come back to this. I have some videos I wanted to share with you. And again, these protests, they are really spreading. But when you get to a place like Texas, they have something for you. Texas is not LA. So you go there acting crazy. Well, you heard what Trump said. So let me stop. Hit the like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. See, 20 people are here. Only 5 people have hit that little thumb. That's the like button. It should be to your left. It is directly beside the share button. Thank you so much for hitting that little thumb, folks. Okay. If we can get everyone to do that, they'll bring more people into the chat. So I'm going to stop this screen and let me share this short clip with you. These people are, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, they act like they're arresting the best. So they want all of these hardened criminals just running around. All right. How you doing, the Arena Uncensored? Yes, Mayor, this is what entitlement does. Paulina, how you doing, love? Hi, everyone. I lived in Wilmington, just off 110, 10 miles from the freeway. Paulina, thank God you're gone. Lord have mercy. Oh, my goodness. It is an absolute wreck. Who the heck would want to live in LA? All right. I mean, I remember how LA used to look. They have just totally destroyed that place. Let's watch this short clip, folks.
The people ICE is arresting in these raids and just how many are violent criminals.
7 on Your Side investigates, verifying the backgrounds of some of the names ICE has provided to us. Eyewitness News investigative reporter Kevin Osbeck live in our newsroom now to share what we've uncovered. Kevin.
All right, Mark and Michelle, the most controversial part of this administration's immigration policy is that they are also rounding up and deporting nonviolent, undocumented immigrants. So who is it that ICE has been targeting these past few days here in LA? Violent criminals or just hardworking migrants? Well, it appears to be a combination of both. And 7 on Your Side investigates has spent the day trying to verify what ICE is telling us. Dozens arrested, but who are they?
One person now in ICE custody is 49-year-old Kung Chon Phan. The feds say the Vietnamese national's criminal history includes second-degree murder. We confirm that through both court records.
I heard 8 gunshots.
And our own archives. Eyewitness News was there in 1994 when police say Kung committed the crime in the San Marino home.
3 cars pulled up in front of this home. 8 to 12 teenage gang members emerged from the cars, and at least 3 of them began firing randomly at people attending the party.
ICE also gave us the name and rap sheet of 44-year-old Armando Ordaz of Mexico. We confirmed his criminal history does in fact include rape, sexual battery, and petty theft. But ICE has released to us so far just about 24 names of those with a violent past. Meanwhile,
Oscar, Uriel, Lazaro.
District 14 Council member Isabel Jurado is reading the names of those arrested Friday at Albions, a garment district warehouse, who she says were just hard-working migrants.
These men aren't criminals. They're garment workers.
And this man we met outside a Home Depot in Whittier, who says ICE cuffed him, seems to back up that ICE agents aren't targeting only those with a violent history. They eventually saw that I had a green card, he told us. And then he says one of the agents said, hey, let him go.
All right. And when it comes to the names with criminal history ICE has given us, I did ask the agency today if they could tell us where they were arrested. And that's so we can see if they were arrested in these raids we've been covering, or if they were picked up in their homes because they were already known to ICE. The agency told us it is unable to provide any further comment. Live in the newsroom.
All right, and that's ABC. So you're not shocked with anything that they say. That's why the legacy media is dying. All right, so I also wanted to share with you. Oh my God, I need to share this clip on Maxine. Did anyone see Mad Max? That man slammed that agent slammed that door in her face. I loved every bit of it. Okay, where are we? Hit the like button for me, folks. Also, please share this stream out. Let me see. Oh my God. Yeah, let me pull up Mad Max. Just in case you need a laugh today. Oh my goodness. Oh, they slammed the door in her face. She trying to gain access. These people think that they have special, they want special treatment. And then these idiots was asking people, don't shoot Maxine Waters. And she's out there. Someone needs to go get their grandmother and auntie. She is a disgrace. Oh my God. I am just like, What are your thoughts? Did anyone see that video with Maxine trying to get into the detention center to see an illegal who had been arrested? If you've seen that, type yes in the comment section, folks. But this is what they're up against. Now, I don't recall Maxine Waters or any of these other Democratic gatekeepers doing that for any Americans. But you see everything that they do for people who aren't even citizens. I mean, maybe I'm slow and I just don't understand how things operate, but okay, I found it. Let me share that with you next. I want to actually show you when they slammed the door in her face. I loved it. And she's just like Gavin Newsom. Oh, there's nothing to see here. Why are they doing this? Oh my God. Oh, Alan, it's Sky News America. I'll show it to you, but I have to speed it up. Oh yeah, she walked up there again. These Democrats, they are freaking entitled. And she walks up there, and and like I said, you know, these Democrats, it's like they're trying to provoke these ICE agents so they can say, see, look, they're racist. Look at what they're doing. Oh my God. Lady, like I said, someone please go get your grandmother. I mean, you're almost 90 years old. Go home. What the heck? It's time for you to give it up. You and Mitch, and all these other people who are really elderly and don't even know they're in the world. Oh my God. All right, here it is right here. Okay, let me show you. And of course, you know, she's just talking about how horrible this situation is and no one wants to hear it. So let me pull this up so you can get a good laugh. And I also, you know, they just found her campaign. They found her guilty of something. So again, they're all crooks. Hit the like button. How you doing, Chris? CJ said, I saw the Mausoleum Horror Show. Oh my God. Why is she there? OMG. All right. I will share. Here it is. She's attempting to go check on an illegal. How about check on people in your district? How about that? That's an idea. That's a thought. Here we go, folks.
Hello. Congresswoman Watt. I just came to this my congressional authority.
Ma'am, our lobby is secure right now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public affairs office.
I need to get in.
What are you hoping to do?
I just want to be able to work.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter?
Normally, yes.
What is happening?
Yes. Well,
yeah. So again, yeah. How you doing, Chris? Oh my God. If she doesn't go home, I mean, for real, she needs to go on home. It's over. How you doing, OG? And I have, and you know, she was there lecturing the National Guard. I'm like, what is this lady doing? OMG. And again, let me get away from here and I can show you where she's actually lecturing. Yeah, here it is. Let me show you this next. You're attacking me. This is what they're doing. And she knew that they weren't going to shoot her. Oh my God.
what are you going to do? You going to shoot some kid who's afraid of you and run? You going to shoot an elected official? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. I don't know why you're in my city.
Did you hear what she just said? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. I don't know why you're in my city. See, they are delusional. How you doing, Bill? ABC TV. They're saying there's nothing wrong and we don't know why Trump sent the National Guard. These people, oh my God. CJ, I'm sorry, but she's so old. Why is she still in office? She looks like she crawled out of a coffin along with Pelosi. Boom. CJ, that's what we've been saying. We definitely need term limits. It's ridiculous. Listen to the rest of this crap.
You did. The governor was not contacted. This is Trump and his outrageous attempt to not only target our sanctuary city, but to frighten us and intimidate us. This is wrong, and I hope that none of you will use those guns to shoot anybody. There's no reason to shoot anybody. Don't allow them to make your service in a service where you're killing people. Don't do it. Defy them. Don't shoot those guns. For instance, thank you.
She's sitting up there telling them what to do. Don't shoot those guns. Who does she think is really listening to her? Rob Cat said, we need BS limits. Boom. Rob Cat behave. Here we go. Right, Tina? Let's see what the rest of this crap is.
Are you going to shoot a protester because you don't like what they're saying? Why the guns? Why are these guns here? That's my question. I don't get it. Why the guns have to be here?
That James Brown wig looks like it's seen better days. Boom.
We're a sanctuary city. We know Trump doesn't like us. We know that he's going to try to use us as an example. He's going to try to goad us so that he has a martial law. He even alluded to civil war at one point, talking about this issue.
And headset.
We have a bunch of crazy, unreliable leadership in this country now.
Did you hear what she said? She said crazy, unreliable. No, that was last term. That was the last presidency. Roland, did you see the video of U.S. Army females in uniform bashing? And she just CJ, I didn't see that, but I just got home from work, but I will look it up. Thank you. Tina said Maxine needs to be home taking care of her grandkids. Boom. Here we go.
The president is in charge. He's in charge of all of the independent agencies. He's got the MAGA crowd around him, and they are saying some of the most outrageous and ridiculous things and trying to frighten and intimidate. And so I'm not surprised at what they're saying. They're crazy. They're outrageous.
That's
and
you.
People of America gotta know what's happening. Trump hates us. He hates sanctuary cities. He's going to try and make it.
We all hate sanctuary cities. Boom. Everyone here in this chat. Boom. Janice B says, I see Sweet Maxine is speaking about herself. Janice, how you doing, love? Hit that like button, if you will, folks. Also, if Janice, if you have Facebook, share this on Facebook so we can bring more people into the conversation. I love this. Yeah, she's speaking about herself. Absolutely.
Example out of her.
Okay, Dorian.
No, I'm not surprised. This is not just about deportation. This is about how they're going to treat people of color in America. And this is how he's going to get to have martial law because he wants to goad us into a fight. They have all the guns. We know they have all the guns. We got to let people know that we have a right to speak up. We're supposedly in a democracy and have a voice, but we've got to heighten that voice. We've got to improve that voice. We've got to get more people involved. And perhaps we can push back. It's someone that's in charge that can, an elected official has a right to go to check out what's going on. Who can I speak to? You know, anybody? No?
These people are they're just gone. Dorian said, yeah, here she goes with the race card. Boom. That's always in play, the race card. Okay, scaring, trying to fearmonger. We know, as Janice said, Sweet Maxine is Auntie Maxine, Grandma Maxine. She's speaking about herself. Tina, the more the Democrats stir it, the worse it seems. Yeah, they caused. I told you, we need to lay this where it belongs, directly on the doorstep of the Biden-Harris administration. What else can we say? So, tell me what your thoughts are, folks. I mean, these protests, oh, wow. They are really, we said, as you can see, they are definitely escalating. And they have everyone's flag except for America's. And when they have America's, they're spitting on it or they're taking it, slamming it to the ground. Oh my God. So let me see. I will show you. I have another, I want to show you a video from Chicago as well. Hit that like button, folks, please. We did, let me see. Yeah, let's see what's going on in Chicago. And again, we can thank all of the Democrats for this fiasco. All they do is try to destroy. Okay, so let me see. All right, I have a live video from Chicago. Let me pull that up. All right, so we're going to get rid of this one. Hit the like button, share this stream out on your various forms of social media. It is greatly appreciated. All right, here we go, folks. Let's see what's going on here.
Fuck Trump! Fuck guys! 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 Fuck Trump! Come here! Immigrants are welcome here! No hate! Immigrants are welcome here! Immigrants are welcome here! No Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets?
You hear what they're saying? Whose streets? Our streets. What? What? These people are too entitled for me. You came over here illegally. What do you mean? Whose streets? Our street? Now, what are these? Oh my God.
Fuck Trump! Fuck guys! 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 Fuck Trump! Come here! Immigrants are welcome here! No hate! Immigrants are welcome here! Immigrants are welcome here! No Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets?
That's enough of that, because we know that they are not their streets. So, and again, folks, the countries that these people come from, if they did any of this back home, they would just come up missing or be thrown in jail for the rest of the remainder of their lives. So I'll show you the physical confrontation that happened in Chicago, but you see that they're very confrontational. And again, they're making themselves look stupid because you're saying F Trump and ICE, and you're saying bad things about America, but you don't want to leave and go back home. Boom. Make it make sense. CJ, Dodd confirmed that the female was discharged in 2020. If that's true, then she already committed a crime wearing the uniform. She's not retired. I'm not sure who you're talking about, CJ. Janice, you like it here. We're glad you're here. Janice, hit that like button, love. And if you hit the subscribe button, dear, make sure it is on all notifications. I'm glad you like it here, Janice. We're glad you're here. Janice, if you have Facebook, dear, share this stream out. Share it with your family and friends. We love the more the better. The more the merrier. That's what we say. And I'm usually on camera, Janice. It's just when I don't have time, when I have to rush in from work and jump on, I don't have time to set things up properly. But you can see my other videos. I'm usually on camera. So when I don't have time to come in and fix things up the way I need to, I just, but I'm here. So, Tina, I can't either. Janice says, my friends don't approve of my mad mess. Okay. That's what they say too. That's all right. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. Oh, CJ. Yeah. And see, these people walking around here, F Trump. First of all, if I was illegal, I would be in hiding. I wouldn't be in the streets marching. They're coming for you. Your time is quickly coming to an end. And I will say, Kamala and Biden, or the Biden-Harris, you see what this is what Democrats do. They leave you high and dry. They brought these people here with the promise of free housing, free food, free checks. And they provided that. But they made no provisions, just in case the Curry Queen did not win. And so they left these people here stranded. And I don't know about you, but if you're with me, type 1 in the comment section. I say more power to Donald Trump and ICE. Boom. Tina, waving their flags. Yes, they're doing things they couldn't do in their own country. Tina, if an American, how you doing, Laura? If an American went to Don Morris, how you doing, Michael? Yes, hit the like button, folks, as you come in. If an American went to a foreign country and did the things that they're doing, well, you know how people hate Americans. They throw us in. They try to throw us in jail forever. Or we'd be so old when we got out, we wouldn't even know we were in the world. But they come here. The sense of entitlement is what gets me. Dawn Morris, how are you doing, Dawn? Dawn, hit that like button, dear. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Dawn, if you have Facebook, share this stream out, love. So that's what we're dealing with here, people. These people are sick. We should have never closed the insane asylums. I'm just saying, the things that they're doing. Yeah. Now they're in Detroit. Oh my God! They bombing the police, bombard the police. Oh my! They're just, and then they're like, those idiots in LA. Why is the Marine? Why are the Marines here? Why is the National Guard? There's nothing wrong. We have it. No, you don't. They would do just like what was that up there in Seattle, Washington State, where you let those Black Lives Matter rioters and protesters destroy your city. Then you look to the federal government to fix it back up. No way. If I were Trump, I would cancel all. There is no such thing as a sanctuary city or state. If you still want to call yourself a sanctuary city or state, you will receive no federal funding. Boom. Someone type in the comment section. Type how long.
We have several dogs.
Hold on. Type how long you think a state would be able to operate without federal dollars? Or type, do you think they could operate without federal dollars? Just type that in the comment section for me. I'm going to show this one to you as well. That's all Trump has to do. If he could, okay. Laura says, I agree with what you're saying. Thank you, dear. Tina, they're entitled. Okay, Janice, yes, all right. Janice, share this stream on your Facebook page too, dear. Thank you so much. Caesar said most of the people in California have lost their life and can't be they're just gone mentally. They've been so indoctrinated and brainwashed, they're brain dead. Dorian, Trump doesn't owe these people anything. We don't owe these people anything. We have enough problems of our own, and then we go and deport millions of problems. This is crazy. And I'm going to play this video for you. Janice says, I have a friend in California who hates these Democrats. She can't move there. A family won't leave. Janice, that's sad. I mean, like, I love you, excuse me, but I'm out of here. Tina, our country is so full of these illegals. We really don't know how many. Tina, boom. We know there are millions, but you have to realize they were pumping them in here for 4 years. And like I said, we don't know how many. All right, let's see what happened with this little skirmish in Chicago. All right, Janice says, oh, Janice, you're a boomer, right? Janice says, I'm a retired 62-year-old woman. I don't owe anybody reparations. I don't owe anyone a living. Boom. Janice, I'm not retired. I'm still working, but hey, I don't owe anyone anything either. But as you can see, the Biden-Harris administration brought these people. Janice, you need to check out my videos. I've been covering this for over a year. And I talked about the billions of dollars that they spent on non-American citizens, while American citizens are just as homeless and starving and hungry as illegals. But when American citizens try to go get assistance, oh, you don't qualify. But come on, come all, illegals. You get everything for free. And then again, they're here. And then they're talking crap about America and Americans and just taking advantage of the situation. Right, Tina? Robert, how come AOC isn't? Robert, AOC is a nut job. She and some of these other Democratic shills are telling these people they don't have to listen to ICE. They can and trying to show them how to hide and get away from ICE. This is what these people are doing. Oh my God. I'll continue.
Your boss is laughing at you.
You see how they're talking to this police officer? And he's not disrespecting them, and they're saying F you and this what? I mean, you know, it's obvious they don't have much of a vocabulary. Maybe if they take you know, an English course, they can learn some more words. Don't show how ignorant you are by opening your mouth and just using curse words. Gonzo small engines. Yes, Gonzo, boom. Gonzo, hit that like button, love. Hit that subscribe button as well. Gonzo, we're with you, dear. Go home. They've done nothing. And a lot of them, oh, we just came here to work hard. You came here to take. Stop with these lies. Boom. Pay that. Yes, Laura. They bust them in just like they did for the Black Lives Matter rallies. This is what they do, right? Janice said, I just really got to raise in my little SNAP benefit from $23 to $61. Okay, Janice, that's good. Janice, and we talked about that. People who have worked, who have contributed to society. If you get in a pension, you need help, you paid into the system. Not all these, look, some of these people came from, they had to go through 3-4 other countries to get here, to take. They did not come to help America. They came to take from America. That's why they're here. Robert, there's no way I would live in California. They even take wealth that's supposed to be for Black people. Okay, Dorian. Yeah, they come here and just take. Unalive people, SA people. The Democrats are like, oh no, they're good, you know, like the father of the year, right? The Abrego Garcia. So let's see, because there's a little skirmish, that physical confrontation that breaks out. Because again, they're ratcheting it up. Here we go.
Bitch ass motherfucker. Bitch ass motherfucker. Alright. That's gonna get everyone hurt. From the sea to the river.
And again, if you scan the crowd, you see every flag except an American flag. And when I was watching the riots in LA and San Francisco, when they did have an American flag, they were stomping it, they were spitting on it, burning it. These are the things that and you want to stay in this country? Are you nuts? All right, here we go. Tina at the Diddy party. Okay. Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom, they are absolutely worth this, Rob. They are. Caesar, I say most people in California are lost for life. Yeah, Caesar, they're living in an alternate reality. They're not dealing with true reality. Beverly said, only in America. Facts. Okay, I'm going to play this because there's a little confrontation coming up with the police here.
The people united will never be defeated. 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 Let's go! United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Yeah, you're pushing it.
All right, looking at this scene, I will let the video finish. If you agree with me, it looks to me like the police are outnumbered. That this is a very volatile situation. Trump will have to send in the Marines, the National Guard, or another branch of the military. This is not safe. Is anyone else looking at this situation? Those police are practically surrounded. Tina, we need to keep praying for our country and rebuking this devil. Yes, Tina. Police are always, but Janice, that's a volatile situation. Caesar, I was in Compton a few weeks ago for my uncle's funeral. The city is horrible, but not as bad as Oakland. Yeah, blame the Democrats. Dawn said, no, it's not safe. And the police are trying to be restrained, but if the crowd just wanted to rush them, they're surrounded. Anyone else see what I'm saying? Oh my God. Yeah, so to stop this, yeah, I really feel Trump's definitely going to have to send in the military, because this movement, well, that they call it, is spreading. Robert, Miss Rowland, please take Maxine Waters to Shady Pines so we can get some peace. She looks so ridiculous. Oh my God. I don't know who her family is. They need to come get her. I mean, she's just making herself look like a spectacle. All right, I'll let this finish. And if Mayor Brandon Johnson was any kind of mayor, again, can everyone see these police are surrounded? If he was any kind of mayor with any human decency, he would request help. But what do they keep saying? Oh, there's nothing to see here. There's nothing wrong. Janice, Governor Abbott has the guard coming in tonight ahead of protests and all. Janice, you're new here. I want for you to check out my older videos. I wish I had a governor like Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing for the people of Texas. As a matter of fact, Greg Abbott is the reason I started covering this illegal migrant situation, because I heard people talking about how horrible the governor of Texas is, sending these busloads of people. No, Governor Abbott was placed in office, voted in office by his constituents. His first priority is to the people of Texas. You asked for these people and you got them. Stop it. Gonzo, yes, Gonzo. Brandon's worrying about Diddy and baby oil part. Yes. And again, those of you who are new here, we say it on this channel all the time. Do not vote for people because they're black. identity and gender politics is the reason we're having a lot of the problems we're having in this country. That's exactly what the situation is. Okay. Don't vote for someone because they're black. Go and do a little research and find out what their policies are. I'm sick of it. James, how you doing, dear? Janice, yes, ma'am. I'll certainly do that, but I'm addicted to these protests. Sorry, I got to watch these idiots get busted. Yes, Janice. Janice, I've done a few videos on this already, so I'll drop those links so you can check those out, dear. We're glad to have you. And again, this is an older chat, so we come in and we have a good time, and everyone's allowed to express their opinion. So we're glad you're here. Now let this finish playing, but this is ridiculous. Gonzo, race is out now. It's Gonzo, you're new here, and we've been saying that. Stop with the gender and identity politics. Hire someone if they can do the job. If they can't, keep looking. Do not hire them. I'm glad he got rid of the DEI. And I heard he's cutting welfare and food stamps, and he's telling people to get a job and go to work. Hey, I'm all for that. Boom. And these are biblical principles, people. Robert told me to put Maxine Waters in the trash and throw her away. Just tell her family to come get her, Robert. We're sick of her, over her. Janice, I vote based on the belief you'll do what you say, and if I agree with them, I don't vote straight party lines. Okay. Independent. Yeah, Janice, that makes sense. But you're using your brain and using critical thinking skills. James, I feel like Albert Einstein listening to these protests. Yes, the governor of the mayor. Yeah, Tina, they can, but they won't. Trump will, Tina, look at this. If they wanted to, they could totally overrun these police. That's a dangerous situation. And you know, Pritzker's not going to do anything. He's sitting somewhere eating donuts. Brandon is somewhere smiling, counting his coins, the millions of dollars he will make, because I'm sure he's not going to be voted back in office. Dorian, I'm glad you voted for Trump too, over the Curry Queen, Kamala. President Trump has no instigate this insurrection act only. Yeah. Well, but CJ, do you agree with me? This situation is escalating. Laurie, how are you doing, love? Hit the like button for me, please, dear. And you know, I'm thinking about the people. The Democratic mayors and governors will sit there and watch it burn. They're not going to do anything. What about the residents of these cities? That's who I'm thinking about. Trump is literally doing us a favor. Dorian, I'm pinning this comment. I am pinning this. I've said that. Trump is doing this country a favor, and they don't know or understand it. Boom. Tina, Governor Brian Kemp already got the National Guard coming into Georgia. Yes, that's what you have to do, because they're not going to do anything. Janice, I've always voted for Trump because he says what's on his mind. Like me, it may not sound great in presentation sometimes, but at least we get our points across. Janice, and I did a video or two ago. I said that. People always, that hurts my feelings. Suck it up, Buttercup. I would rather someone be straightforward with me. Okay, Janice, you remember the perfect prime example. What was that girl's name? Shiloh Hendricks, the white lady in Minnesota who called a little 5-year-old autistic black boy the N-word and kept calling him that. And then when she was the person that was recording it asked her about it, and whatever. I would much rather know. And of course, the NAACP and the race hustlers, the poverty pimps, wanted her arrested, thrown in jail, and all that. I'm like, no, that's good. You know where you stand with people. I would much rather have someone tell me up front how they feel than someone who's in my face smiling. I can respect someone who's up front. They're not hiding behind lies. I mean, and we're all different, but that's my take on that. I would much rather know. That way I won't deal with you. But if you're in my face smiling, I'm thinking one thing and you're something totally opposite, that's what I have a problem with. CJ, it's spread too far across the country. It's so obvious this is an invasion. It's organized. The oath, defend America from foreign and domestic. Boom. Robert, I wonder what's under. Robert, no brain. Boom. I'll go ahead and finish this video, folks. I see a good point in the chat. These riots, folks, for those that don't know, yeah, the same organizer. We know Soros is behind all of this, the Cloward Piven strategy. I mentioned that in another video. Yeah, the BLM, George Floyd protest, the Palestine, the Gaza protest, all of that. Same organizer, same thing. Janice says her Dolly Parton with Janice. Don't do that to Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton. Oh my God, working 9 to 5. I'll continue. And the sad part is, guys, the people that they arrest, nothing is going to happen to them. And unfortunately, if ICE went to try and pick these people up, they won't assist them. Make it make sense. Janice says, I love Dolly too. Yeah, I love Dolly. She's an icon. Did she buy that Dolly Parton wig? No, Trump said it was a James Brown wig. Ow, I feel good. Here we go. So again, folks, the sad part is, we know the whole time that Biden was in office, these people were committing horrendous crimes. They were just let go over and over and over again. And so, yes, they are entitled and they've got to go. If you know you have any young people who are looking for a career, they need to go into law enforcement and help at the border. That we've got to get these people out. This country is in shambles. Janice said, could be some of Billy Ray Cyrus's hair. Boom. He forgot to cut. Good point. So you see what we're up against, folks. These people are trying to destroy this country. Again, don't listen to the lies. Oh, they came over here to just work hard. They came over here to take, and take again. So Stop it. And I don't know if you heard, but I'll share it with you just in case you haven't. Some of these employers, now they're wrong for this, but hey, when you're illegal, what are you going to do? Some of these employers don't want to, if you've heard of this, let me know. They don't want to pay the illegals that have been, that's been working for them. They're calling ICE and reporting them. So ICE is showing up to the facility, carrying everybody away, and they're not paying them. Make it make sense. Dorian said you can't defend this if you're an American. And you can't. I agree totally. And we've been talking about this. And how Democrats can say that they love America, or they want to stay in America, and they do the things that they're doing here. And I can't. And now an illegal immigrant just shot a veteran. So there's just something going on all the time. And it's hard to keep up. Dallas, like I said, if they take that crap to Texas, okay. Let me see. I'll show another legal charge with attempted murder. They're doing all kinds of things. Oh my God. Let's see what we have here.
Are you?
Hit that like button. Tina, it's scary. Oh my God. It is scary. So I feel they're going to have to deploy, more National Guard, Marines, whoever. Okay. This is something. All right. There's nothing going on there. I was trying to see what else was happening. And it's just horrible. Karen Bass needs to go. And so says, see, they're live again. All right, we'll see what's going on in Los Angeles. All right. And then San Francisco is horrible. They're just destroying. And the sad part is, I was talking to someone about this yesterday. People are leaving California and moving to Texas and other places, but they're still bringing the same voting patterns that destroyed California. Stop it. All right, let's see what they're saying here.
Freedom of information. We know that's terrible. City government. He's on soldiers. He's on soldiers, right? He's in the back and trucking you guys out. Kill each other. Yeah, that's what he's got. He's freedom. You know what I mean? So still got to you guys, and that's what they do to the prison. They're all signed up to get their fucking smartphones. How long you guys can do this all trying to make money?
All right, I have another breaking news video coming. All right, Marines swarm downtown LA. Let's see what's going on there. Oh my goodness. Oh. Thanks, Democrats. Okay, let me see where we are here. All right, here we go. Okay. This up. This is really a volatile situation.
hit your own people. That's fucked up. You guys are a fucking shame. I put in work for this country, not for this fucking bullshit. Look at that. See that shit? I got hurt in combat.
How you doing, Scooter? Welcome to the chat, love. Hit that like button, dear. And if you are enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. So, Scooter, we've been discussing this. Tell us what your thought process is. We're saying deport, and more deporting. We are standing with President Trump against this tyranny. And we know who's behind this. And the Democrats are trying their best to destroy this country. And we have got to stand on the side of right. And it's definitely not with the Democrats. Let's see what they're saying.
No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK! No fascist USA! No ICE! No KKK, no fascist USA. Take it off! Woo! Hey, we don't like them that much. Fuck them. We're just not gonna throw stuff at them. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. 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 No ICE. Really like that. No fascist USA. No ICE. No KKK. 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 No fascist USA.
Really? Is that all they can say? This is okay. Steve, you saw that? Oh my God. They are bonkers. They need some new chants. Good golly. These are 5 years old. Janice. They definitely need to work on some new chants. Oh my God. What the heck? I thought I was the only one who was tired of the same old chance. Mayor, just speak in code and maybe we can figure it out so that YouTube won't try to block you or something like that. I know, Dorian. Trump has nothing to do with the KKK. These people are indoctrinated and brainwashed. They're sick. The KKK, sweetie, are the Democrats who brought you over here. Get your history facts correct. Boom. That if you want to know who started the KKK, the party of slavery, that's the Democrats. Yes, Dorian, the same old tired trope. Yeah, they did, James. Yeah. Robert, they have a lot of audacity. They're doing things here they can't even do in their home countries, but they come here and do what they want. What the heck? And all these arrests in San Francisco, I'm glad. I am so glad. But again, and I wanted to share, I have 2 more clips to share with you, and then we'll get out of here. See where they're getting the funding. Follow the money. And that's all you have to do for everything, really. Find out who is funding it, and that's going to tell you all you need to know. Mayor, I'll be nice, but Mexico doesn't want them. Boom. Mayor, there go. Okay, since you brought that up, why are all these countries saying no, they don't want their own people back? Make it make sense. If we're getting the best that you have, why don't these countries want their people back? Someone type it in the comment. I mean, I'm asking for a friend. I'm lost. I'm going to stop this because I have something else to share with you, because I'm not sure if you know 150 were arrested in San Francisco. Okay. Let me see. I'm just showing you these stats. Have the closed captioning on because she has a thick accent. It's hard to understand there. Over 150 arrested. 3 police officers were injured in LA clashes. Pastor Rosella, how you doing, dear? Oh, wow. Hit that like button. All of you who are entering, let me put another video up for you. There we go. Boom. It's crazy here. I live close to downtown. Lots of idiots were arrested. We were told stay home and we didn't listen. Oh, wow. Steve, say it again for the people in the back. If you listen to Jim Crow Joe and the Curry Queen, they would have you, oh, these are wonderful people. Just like Abrego Garcia, the MS-13 gang member and all the horrible crimes that he has committed. No, in the Democrats' eyes, he's father of the year. So, no, I'm not voting for Democrats. They're nuts. My daughter works downtown Chicago. She didn't go. Okay, Mayor, good. She was raised right there. Yes. James says, Steve, you know what I'm talking about. The smoke is stronger and better today. Okay, James. It's crazy. That goes to show that the nice guys don't have any power. Yeah. So let me play these because I don't want to keep you on here too long. And this lady has a thick accent, so I'm just letting you read the stats here. Over 150 were arrested in LA protests when it turned violent, and they're all, as you can see, as I stated, they are escalating. Dorian said Joe Biden can't tell who these people are. Heck, he doesn't even know who he is. They arrested 6 minors. Oh wow! I'm playing this so you can see the stats. All right. So as you can see, it's escalating. You can see the pictures. All right. So I wanted to show you that. All right. Hold on. Let me get this off of here. Now, I have this video, because this is very interesting. When you look at the funding, hit that like button, folks, if you will. Also, share this on your various forms of social media. That will help the channel
Begin with Max.
All right, let's listen to this. Follow the money, folks.
Gordon, he's live on the ground in LA for us at this hour. Max, how are things looking there?
Hey there, Sandra. Well, relative calm here at the federal complex in downtown LA. This has really been the epicenter of the protests. But as you can see around me, not very many protesters, really more media than protesters at this moment. Just some National Guard soldiers standing guard at this moment. Also, no sight of the 700 Marines that have been deployed from 29 Palms. Those Marines are still down in Seal Beach, just south of the LA area. They're conducting training. And when they are going to be getting to the Los Angeles area into downtown LA, they will not have any live ammunition, and they will not be conducting law enforcement activities. They'll just be protecting buildings like this one, federal buildings, as well as protecting federal employees as well. But as you can see all around us, this is the scene at this hour. Now, a curfew has also been put into place for downtown LA from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. for the next several days. Mayor Karen Bass said it was in response to 23 businesses being looted Monday night.
Okay, did you just hear what he said? How many of you were here when I did the video when Karen Bass was like, there's nothing wrong. Everything is under control. I think Gavin Newsom said the same thing. So when Trump sends in the troops, oh, why is he doing that? He's trying to take over and be a dictator. And there's nothing happening here. Did you just hear what he said? So lies, lies, lies. I'll continue.
17 people were arrested last night for curfew violations. While protesters again blocked freeway traffic and clashed with law enforcement yesterday, demonstrations have been growing smaller. Meanwhile, law enforcement has been cracking down.
See what happens when they bring in the military? All right, they get things under control. Trump's going to have to send out more to get rid of these people.
And on Tuesday, LAPD arrested more than 200 people during the protest, with 3 people arrested with guns. One person arrested for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, and another arrested for pointing a laser at an LAPD helicopter. President Trump saying in a recent phone call he chastised California Governor Gavin Newsom for his handling of the protests.
I mean, I've always had a good relationship with him. He just doesn't do a very good job. He should have never been allowed to start. And if we didn't get involved, Los Angeles would be burning down right now, just like the houses burned down.
Since Friday, ICE has arrested hundreds of suspected undocumented immigrants in raids across Southern California. The agency has highlighted the arrests of criminals, pointing out suspected gang members, child sex abusers, and murderers who have been targeted in these raids.
Did you hear that? The people that they've been arresting? People who committed SA and all these other horrible crimes. Blocking the highway so people can't get home from work. Yes. Things that they can't do in their home countries. Oh my God.
Raids. But in an address to the state on Tuesday night, Governor Gavin Newsom said that the Trump administration is pushing mass deportation, indiscriminately targeting immigrants.
I know many of you are feeling deep anxiety, stress, and fear, but I want you to know that you are the antidote to that fear and that anxiety. What Donald Trump wants most is your fealty, your silence to be complicit in this moment. Do not.
I can't with him. Let me get rid of this commercial. California is just a lost cause. It just is.
Into him.
Meanwhile, ICE raids continue here in Southern California with reports of agricultural communities now being targeted. Back to you.
All right, Max Gordon live there in LA for us. We'll check back in with you again soon. John?
All right, Sandra, let's bring in Ken Cuccinelli, former DHS acting deputy secretary and former Virginia attorney general. So the FBI is going to investigate these protest groups, find out who is organizing this, and more importantly, who's funding it, particularly since there's all these attacks against law enforcement. Here's what Donald Trump said about it. Listen here.
These people are agitators, they're troublemakers. I believe many of them are paid. These are insurrectionists, they're agitators or troublemakers. At a minimum, they're troublemakers.
So what do we know about who might be funding these protests? Because there does seem to be a certain sense of organization.
Yeah, there does. And I mean, a pallet truck doesn't show up with a load of stones and weapons or shields and helmets without somebody paying for all that. This happened in 2020, in the riots in 2020, and the Trump 1.0 DOJ didn't do anything about it. So once again, you're seeing a much more aggressive President Trump here in the second administration. I can tell you, as someone who was the acting deputy secretary, I would have loved to have had the kind of support that you've already heard on your show here from Pam Bondi, from Pete Hegseth. We did not have that in the first Trump administration. This is a whole new world for them to even be doing the investigations. And as you said, John, you follow the money. You're gonna find where these nexus lie.
Well, in the 4 years that he had off of the presidency, Donald Trump, I think, learned a whole lot about who he wants to have around him. You mentioned pallets of bricks or whatever showing up, or face shields or whatever. We have this picture. Here's a pickup truck, and they're handing out boxes of face shields here. Now,
you see that, folks? Can everyone see what they're doing there? We know this is organized. They're handing out face shields to people. So the key is to find out who organized it, right? All right, I'll continue.
A couple of things to this. First of all, who bought the face shields?
Right.
Who owns the truck? And why do peaceful demonstrators need face shields?
Right. And of course, there are no good answers from an evil good standpoint to any of those questions. You don't need a face shield for peaceful protests, which we just again heard just minutes ago, the White House press secretary insist is a priority of this administration, of protecting peaceful protesters. So peaceful protesters don't need masks. They don't need shields. They need them for combat. And the people paying for this are attempting to instigate and be catalysts for the combat. We've also seen that the number of buses coming in.
Look, and so look at this now, and again, Gavin Newsom, all right, and Karen Bass. Oh my God! Instead of calling her Karen Bass, get rid of the B, because that's what she is. She is sorry at her job. Look at these people. Remember, we don't need the National Guard here. These people are looting, breaking into stores, but there's nothing wrong. Oh, God. Yes, Steve, this is what they love. The Nancy and Maxine, they love calamity. And then they just want to blame Trump. No, these are because of Democratic policies. Stop it. All right, here we go.
Into LA from out of town is very high.
But they came here to work hard, right? What are they doing in this video we're watching? They're looting. They're looting. Okay.
This has been noted locally. This isn't just a federal observation. And the circumstantial evidence strongly suggests, just as it did in 2020, substantial coordinated funding to be catalysts for violence in America's cities. And Donald Trump, as you noted in between his first term and second, has said, there's no way this is going to happen again. We never got the National Guard when we had cities in flames in 2020. He waited but a day or two from the start of violence. And let's be clear, Gavin Newsom is muddying this up. Violence occurred before the National Guard was called. Yep. And the president brought the National Guard in, and he's prepared to use the Marines to back up the National Guard as well. Those are levels of support we never had in the first Trump administration. And I think these investigations are going to be very, very fruitful in bringing down the violence across America.
The president has said it a number of times in the past few days. Look at what Tim Walz let happen to Minneapolis.
Yes.
He let those people burn it down. I was in shock. Never in my lifetime have I seen a police department burn to the ground. And Tim Pontim is just, oh, there's nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Instead of listening to what Trump told him to do. He didn't do it. Oh.
In the so-called summer of love in 2020, and that he's not going to tolerate that. Right. Arrests have been made as well. And the point has been made, who are the Democrats defending here? Yeah. Listen to what Bill O'Sadley, the U.S. attorney in California, said about an arrest.
The escalation of violence by these rioters poses a serious threat to our agents and the safety of the public. We expect more charges to be filed in the coming days and weeks. If you took part in these riots and were looking to cause trouble, we will come looking for you.
So he's announced a couple of arrests for throwing Molotov cocktails. Right. One of them was a Mexican who was in this country illegally, had previously been deported. So he's got a criminal background as well. And these are the people who the Democrats are defending against these ICE investigations and these ICE deportation operations.
You know, this is in terms of political poster boys, this is on the level of Abrego Garcia, you know, who's a human trafficker, a wife beater, and the Democrats are visiting other countries to bring him back.
Having margaritas with him.
That's right, having umbrella drinks. And
wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people say that there's a man to blame, but I know every time I hear the word margarita, I can't help but sing that song. I'm sorry. I'll get back to the video.
Now here we have criminals. You know, you don't loot in support of an anti-ICE peaceful protest.
Happens.
Of course, it always happens. And so here you have, thankfully, again, a difference, a very aggressive U.S. attorney. We didn't have that in Portland, Oregon, for example. We had 340 officer injuries in the summer of love. and very few prosecutions. We now have very aggressive prosecution going on. And the Democrats are latching their wagon to folks who, when these investigations are done, they're going to look just as bad as the Abrego Garcia situation.
It does seem rather strange that.
And again, yeah, Janice, that's right. How you doing, Jesse Whitehorse? I tried to do my best, love. Now, singing it is not my best suit, but when a song that I love pops up, and then when he said margarita, I just couldn't help myself. But yeah, Jesse, hit the like button, dear. If you're enjoying the content, how about hit that subscribe button? I have one more video for you, and then we'll get out of here. Because if you're like me, you got to get up and go to work tomorrow. I've enjoyed all of you, but let me show you. I haven't shared a pink lesson video with you in a while, and I think Dorian, this is for you because you asked for it. All right, here we go.
Seeing protests erupting in the Los Angeles area tonight as law enforcement squares off with crowds protesting immigration raids in the city. For 2 days in a row, the LAPD has used flashbangs and tear gas to clear demonstrators. The Trump administration is deploying 2,000 National Guardsmen, a move California's governor called inflammatory.
Nah, Governor Newsom, what's inflammatory is how you and the California State Senate and Assembly play in the faces of actual citizens every day in your state.
Did everyone see that? California is facing a $12 billion deficit, but they're still fighting for these people to keep them in California, in the United States, so that they can continue to have all of their resources drained. Make it make sense. Thank you, Chris. Singing and music is good for the soul. Thank you, dear. Pastor, guys with guns and knives were seen in our parking lot, but the police were busy trying to stay alive because they're being attacked. Pastor, before you came here, I actually shared a clip of the protests going on in Chicago, and it was scary. The police are out. They were outnumbered and pretty much surrounded. How you doing, Smart Final? So Trump will have to dispatch more National Guard or more Marines. This is getting out of hand. All right, I'll continue.
I'll never forgive them for how they sabotaged Black Americans in California during their last session. If you missed that video, I'll leave the link below. Wasted years of our time meeting and going through these studies, only for Gavin Newsom to collaborate with the Black Boule, all these California state lawmakers.
You see, and I pause this. Those of you who are new here, you're going to have to check out some of my other videos because this is going to explain a lot. The Black Boule, the California Legislative Black Caucus. Look at these faces. All right. Black faces in high places. They're all bought and sold. Boom. They do what their Democratic slave masters tell them to do. They do not They don't do anything for their constituents, the people who actually vote for them. I wish Trump would get rid of the Congressional Black Caucus, get rid of the California Legislative Black Caucus, all of these black preachers and poverty pimps. All of these people are bought and sold. Yes, Tina, they are the devil's disciples. James, real, may I share a short idea? Yes, James, drop your link, dear. The Chicago Police Department, they're low in numbers already because they were defunded. Robert, I'm glad you said that. We did a video where we mentioned that. Yeah, they were surrounded. The people could have just run over them. Yeah, Janice, the Palestine flag, Mexico, and a few other countries. So this picture you see here, these are all the people on the legislative, the California Black Caucus. And again, I don't know why Black Americans keep voting for these Democrats. They are bought and sold, and they've done nothing for you but kept you poor for the people who are struggling and who are in poverty. That's all they've done. They get their checks, but they make sure that you remain under their thumb, in their control. And they're not going to, they don't do anything for you. They follow the Democratic agenda, folks. Yes, Janice. All right, I'll continue.
Lawmakers, they got together to undermine us while they're sitting up here fighting for non-citizens. That's what's inflammatory. And another thing, what's inflammatory is flying the flag of a foreign country in our country while protesting to stay in our country. No, your allegiance is to that flag of that country that you're holding up. And since that's the case, you need to go back to that country. What's the problem? Why are you protesting to stay in a country that you put beneath your country? Nah, go back to your country then. These people are cutting up in California. It's a whole mess. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
And the FBI says it will investigate protesters for interfering with federal agents. Let's get to CNN's Julia Vargas Jones now, who's with protesters who've gathered in downtown Los Angeles. And Julia, what have you seen so far?
Hi, Brian. Look, we are here outside the federal building in downtown Los Angeles, where protesters are saying, they don't want ICE in Los Angeles. They're chanting "out with ICE."
The nerve of these people. They're not citizens of this country. And they're telling the government of this country to get out of the city as if they own and run the city. Imagine going to somebody else's country and telling them that I don't want your immigration department to tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want. Y'all can just get out of my way. You can't even do that in Mexico. And look at what they're doing here.
Release the people that have been arrested. There are about 118 people that were arrested, according to the Department of Homeland Security, in the several actions that took place in Los Angeles this week. Some of them here in downtown Los Angeles, 3 of them on Friday, and then again today in about an hour south of downtown Los Angeles in the town of Paramount. That is where we saw some quite stunning video of protesters, community members stepping in and kind of stepping in the way of federal immigration officers as they were.
Yeah, they're actually, for those of you who are new here, they're spitting on these ICE agents. They're trying to stop them from taking these illegals. These people, just deport them too. The Americans that are that stupid, they need to be deported. They don't need to be here in America. Get rid of them. All right, here we go.
Staging for a potential raid there, Brian. We are also hearing the calls for the release of, you can hear it from David Huerta, a prominent activist and union leader here in Los Angeles that was arrested as part of these raids.
And they're making all this noise claiming they're standing up to the federal government. No, these people need to be treated like the threat they are. You can't come onto somebody else's soil and behave like this anywhere.
The National Guard, we are expecting the National Guard to arrive in Los Angeles soon after President Trump authorized about 2,000 of them to come in. Now, we also did hear from Governor Gavin Newsom his statement saying that he thinks that this will only fan the flames of these protests, which right.
So these idiot Democrats are saying this is just, fanning the flames. It's going to cause people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. You're provoking the protest. So again, they're on the wrong side. They'll never win another election. Citizen Kane, how you doing? Brandon Johnson hung tough against Donald Trump's media availability presser this afternoon, describing the commander-in-chief as deranged. He's speaking about himself. How you doing, Citizen Kane? Glad you're here, dear. Citizen Kane, share this stream out on your Facebook page, please, dear. Thank you. Larry Elder is not the answer, and we really don't want the mattress madam, formerly the VP. Pastor! I like those names. All right, here we go. The mattress madam. I have to remember that one, the former VP. All right, here we go.
Right now are quite small, even though these images I know are striking. Not sure if we have those right now, but earlier today in Compton, just near Paramount, where these ICE presence was known earlier today, we saw a car set on fire. We could see protesters with Mexican flags setting that car on fire. That's, again, just an hour south of where we are. Just to give you that sense of how dispersed these actions are and how they are targeted, these specific locations where ICE raids are, or here where this detention center is, where some of the people that have been picked up in these raids have been brought to. Right.
That's another thing. These illegals are setting stuff on fire, waving Mexican flags. It's nothing peaceful about that. They're declaring war, and that's why they need to get the National Guard out there. Again, waving foreign flags, setting stuff on fire, and causing all this chaos in our country.
All right, Julia Vargas Jones, I want you to stay with me. I also want to bring in now CNN senior national security analyst Julia Kayyem. Julia, if you're with me, you just heard Julia there describing the scene, but from the images that we've been putting on our air so far, what stands out to you at the moment?
So there's unrest. Let's start with there's protest. Lawful protest, which is allowed in this country. There is some unrest, generally dealt with by local law enforcement, and if there needs to be state.
Those that don't know, who have not been watching these protests from the beginning, the very first video I did, we discussed what was going on in LA, and ICE agents were holed up in a building surrounded by protesters, and Gavin Newsom would not assist. Karen Bass, again, they're, nothing to see here, everything's fine. They would not assist or help them. They were surrounded. I did a video on that. I'll drop the link if you want me to. So they're lying.
Support through state police, and sometimes even National Guard under a governor's authority. What is happening tonight is unprecedented in a variety of ways. Generally, when the National Guard is federalized to be deployed into a state, so understanding that it's called Title 10 federalization, and it means that the National Guard goes from reporting to the governor to reporting to the President of the United States. Generally, historically, when that's done, there's only two instances. One is when a state is overwhelmed. And so think Hurricane Katrina. I just looked up the numbers. In Hurricane Katrina, about 7,000 National Guard were federalized. So under just the comparison to 2,000 for a couple of hundred protesters, you can just get a sense of the sort of reaction that the Trump White House is having. The second type of instance where you would see a president ignore a governor's wishes is if the governor defies a court order. So that's Little Rock, the civil rights cases in which the president federalized the National Guard to allow to support the Supreme Court's decision. Modern history hasn't seen something like this, and I think that's why Gavin Newsom and certainly our reporting from Josh Campbell regarding the concerns even in local law enforcement is now there's this federal overlay that is hostile to the sort of the way it generally works. And there's no training. We don't know what their rules of engagement are. We don't know why 2,000 have to be deployed. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm not minimizing civil unrest. Violence should not be used. It's against the law to disrupt a federal law enforcement action. But we have tools to do with this that are far less, let's just say, caustic than what Donald Trump has decided to do tonight. And I just want to put that in historical perspective. Some of our viewers will think that's right, but historically, this is not typical. And the numbers, when you just compare this to Hurricane Katrina, those of us who remember Hurricane Katrina, entire city and court system underwater, you get a sense of why Governor Newsom and local law enforcement are very concerned about what's about to happen.
Sure, but where was the concern when they weaponized the police and all these other agencies against Black Americans? From George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Ferguson, we can go back all the way to Rodney King. Where was the concern then?
So those of you new to the channel, we talk all the time about how the Democrats have had Black Americans voting for them for 60 plus years. And what do they have to show for it? Think about this. Look at all of the blue cities and states. They're war zones. Who I wouldn't want to live there. I believe Trump would like to change the flag burning to be, yeah, Janice, that would be good. Maxine Waters has a hand-me-down wig from Dolly Parton. Robert, you still talking about Mad Max? Yes, Pastor, she is an idiot. But this is what we're up against, folks. And, you know, we have to be vigilant and keep on top of what they're saying, which is always lies. But this is what is going on. And I feel, oh, okay, Janice, you're fine, dear. I feel that he will have to send out more military because it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And particularly in the blue states, the blue cities, where they're saying we don't need you and we're not going to help ICE. So Robert, Janice, Pastor Rosella, all of you, if any of you committed a crime and say the U.S. Marshals was looking for you, the local police, now someone tell me I'm wrong, the local police would come and arrest you and hold and detain you until the federal agents came to pick you up. Now, someone tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But with people who aren't citizens, and I say this a lot, Democrats discriminate against American citizens. Make it make sense. Dorian, could you, if she was president, now you see how they're already acting entitled. OMG. I couldn't even fathom it. And then, you know, they're letting them destroy the businesses in California. I do have one more clip for you. I think it's awful. So again, why the people who continue to vote for these people, why do you do that when they do nothing for you? I just don't understand that mentality. All right, let me show you this clip. Let me show you some more Mad Max. I forgot about this one I wanted to share with you. Here we go. And then we'll go. And I may have to get on live again tomorrow. It just depends on what's going on with the riots. Here we go.
Who were out of step with what we are advocating, peaceful protest, did not create any violence. Nobody was shot. Nobody was killed. Get it in your head. And so when martial law is called, what are you going to say? I missed the point. Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence.
Okay, now those of you who've been here as we've been making the videos showing the live coverage, did you hear what she just said? Did you hear what just came out of her mouth? Maxine needs to go home and go watch Good Times on the Jefferson. Dory, good point. Pastor, I'm still dealing with a right brain stroke, a blood clot on my brain. Need to be able to. Oh, Pastor, you definitely need to get to your doctor, dear. Godspeed. Steve, yes, she's out of step. They're all out of step. Their whole agenda's out of step. Janice said, where were you? Yes, Karen Bass, Mad Max, New Scum, they all need to go. Listen to this crap.
I was on the street. I know. And I went from downtown detention back out into the community, talking to people what happened in Paramount, what happened in Compton, what happened in Inglewood. So, first of all, get it straight and don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw.
So ridiculous. This doesn't look like this is for they're protesting for ICE or anything. This is they're doing just for the looting the stores and everything.
Did everybody hear that? So she said, she and New Scum, Karen Bass, there's nothing is going on but peaceful protests. They are destroying and looting people's businesses. And so these people are turning on the Democrats. So again, they'll never win another election. I love it. Just let them keep it up. I'll continue.
I saw they break into the Apple store, they break into the Adidas store. This is not they're doing protest.
See, just nice people coming that came across the border. They just want to come over here and go to work. That's all. Nothing to see here. Oh my God. Ooh. Tina, yes, American citizens would be thrown under the jail. Boom. That's what I'm saying. But if you're illegal, you're not an American citizen, you get to do what you want. I have a major problem with that. We have to abide by the laws. Guess what? They do too. Caesar, I have family and friends in California who complain about things like this all the time, but still vote Democrat. Okay, Caesar, I will have to pin your message next. That drives me nuts. Oh, Robert said, shut them down. Yes. Yes. All right, here we go.
All right, folks. LA business owners are tired of the Democrats. What's up? It's KJ and Nicole.
Hey, family.
Yes, indeed. And we are popping in for your Pop in Politics Pop-In. So just a quick hit to keep you in the know with what's hot in the news right now. So before we dig in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pop in Politics right here on YouTube, your go-to pop-in for bold takes, real talk, and a conservative point of view. So let's get into this. Maxine Waters saying, don't believe your lying eyes, but business owners are speaking out against this, right?
Absolutely. Listen, it's one thing to have a peaceful protest.
It's a whole nother thing to riot in the city, to loot stores that have nothing to do with your protest. And many of these people, as many Angelenos are saying, are not even from LA. These are hired people who've come in to burn, destroy, loot, harm people. And we have a sitting member of Congress saying, don't believe your lying eyes. These are peaceful protests.
Oh.
Don't let anybody else convince you. This is peaceful.
Move the security guard.
Why are you carrying the flag of Mexico while you're going in there to steal? That's just dumb. What the heck are they doing? Tina says she should be ashamed of herself. Tina, she's told so many lies so many years, it doesn't affect her. American citizens need to sue the Democrats for discrimination. I totally agree with you, Miss Rowland. Boom. Tina, you've been here so long. I have been saying that forever. The Democrats discriminate against Americans. Make it make sense. And that's Americans have to vote for them. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, they're oxymorons. Wow. That is something. Can you see?
Stop that shit! Get him out! Stop that shit! Stop that shit! Stop that shit! What happened? What happened? Hey, get up, bro. Get up.
Hey, we don't do that shit, homie.
Hey,
Get out.
nah, they looting. Hey, get up.
Hey, we don't do that shit.
Oh, shit. They looting.
We don't do that shit. No, we don't do that, bro. We don't do that. Hey, no, we don't do that, homie.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Caesar. I sent you some hearts in the comment section. Yeah, so, but again, we received the best and the finest, and they all are coming over here to work hard. I see the kind of work they're doing right now. They're looting. It's a money grab, folks. They've broken the jewelry stores, shoe stores, phone store, all kinds of it. Yeah, and the Democrats have allowed it. Janice, I know. I would never live in California. It's not illegal to shoplift in California if it's under $1,000. There is no way I could live there. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the super chat, Caesar. You see those hearts I sent you. Let's see what else these people are doing.
No. Making us look bad. Damn. Now you good.
Wow. And again,
nothing to do with immigration.
What did that? None of that had anything to do with immigration. That's a money grab, and still carrying their flags, and they're not American.
And they are tearing it up. But at least in this video, we did see some people were saying, stop that. Don't do that.
Yeah, they were saying stop that, but yet they're still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anyone turn off their camera and call 911 and say, hey, they're over here at El Toro stealing the cash register. Not one person. So here's the problem that LA particularly is going to have. If I'm a business owner, I'm not paying the amount of insurance it's going to take to rebuild that business.
Nope.
I am not. I'm picking up and I'm moving to Glendale. I'm moving to anywhere else on the West Coast rather than LA. It's going to change the culture for Angelenos. It really is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Here they are again.
Port Sheila of up to 100 looters at a time at a jewelry business.
Crazy. Very crazy, very sad, very terrible.
And your dad works really hard. I'm sure you work really hard too. This is a small family-owned business and there's no insurance.
No.
Oh.
No.
How is this going to affect your family?
Really bad. Really bad. People are stupid. People are stupid. What can you do?
Wow. No insurance.
Not only no insurance, what can you do? This is a small mom and pop business. Probably everyone in that family participates in making sure that the family business runs well. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And she sounds like she has an accent, maybe second generation migrant to the United States. This is someone who probably works really hard to put food on the table for the rest of the family. And here she is standing there saying 100 people ran through our store and stole everything, and people are stupid. No, this is not stupid people. This is anarchy. This is government authority.
Right. Been here before. They did the same thing in 2020 through the BLM riots, through the George Floyd riots, and there was video of people, Black people too, who were crying, who were, furious about them looting, robbing, and destroying their businesses.
Everyone remember that with the George Floyd riots, with the Black businesses that were destroyed and looted, and and we know with the BLM riots, there were a lot of white Americans that participated in the George Floyd and BLM riots. And anyone remember that older police officer? He was I don't want to say elderly, but I think he was older, and they called him bad words, and then he was unalived. It's terrible. Roland, remember me saying that the governor has not requested economic emergency relief, which would have helped these store owners being looted. Right. Per Bondi. Yes, I remember, CJ.
They're small businesses. And I want to take you back to that about how George Floyd's riots destroyed him and his business, and then, of course, his family.
Lawsuit against the city of Minneapolis, one of 8 business owners suing the city for allowing activists and gangs to take over George Floyd Square. How much has your business income dropped these past years?
We were averaging $394,000 a year. Over the course of time, my company's inventory and our revenue has dropped dramatically. And I've had to get rid of employees, couldn't afford them. We were seeing roughly 25 cars a week. We're only getting maybe even 3 to 4 cars a month. We've lost everything. My house is in foreclosure. My bank accounts are depleted. I had more than $1 million in my account that is gone. My savings, my life retirement is gone. They've had us blocked off for 4 years, and we're still blocked off. There's shrines in the streets. There's barricades still out there. I mean, the place looks like a war zone. None of my customers want to drive down that street. Honestly, when George Floyd died, my company died right along with George Floyd.
Wow.
So, but I thought, wait a minute, folks. I thought Black Lives Mattered. What a joke. So again, the people that they say they're helping, how you doing, Malik? Hit the like button, dear. They hurt them. And then the women who started Black Lives Matter took all the money and bought mansions. Did they go to poor, impoverished Black communities? No. I'll continue.
Isn't that something?
This is what's going to happen. I mean, culturally, people don't think beyond, some people don't think beyond their immediate need. I want to protest. I want to destroy because I can't have my way. When you look at this stuff, this is a very large temper tantrum by people who ought to know better. Because these people claim to be marginalized. These are people who claim to live, on a vulnerable rung of our society. Yet they're out here pillaging, burning, fighting. You're hurting your own communities. So do you think this man's going to reopen their business in Minneapolis? No. Even if we could go back in the Wayback Machine and have them take down George Floyd Avenue 2 years ago, his home is still foreclosed. He's lost everything. He has to start over again. As the people demoralize that person, he should have picked this stuff up and moved to another state and got a fresh start. But
not only that, right? And let's talk about what you said about what he was saying. He's lost his business, his savings, all of it gone. And then on the other hand, you have Democrat politicians talking about reparations. Well, guess what? This man had an opportunity to build generational wealth for him and his generations to come. That's gone because of some probably Black person, these BLM riots, destroyed his business and his community. Yet here we are again, what, 5 years later, and you have people like Maxine Waters advocating and supporting for the destruction of these communities.
Jackie, and if you ask yourself this question, you know, what were the main things that got Donald Trump elected president? And one of them was certainly the inability or unwillingness of the previous administration to enforce the nation's immigration laws, resulting in a flood at the border and, you know, our cities and many of our cities being heavily populated with people who have no legal right to be here. That is what ICE is now doing, enforcing the laws by going around and conducting these raids and arresting people who have no right to be here and can legally be deported. For them to call it renegade, for her to call it renegade raids is incorrect. And the other thing about this, Jackie, I don't understand is, I mean, I think people can look at this and tell that when she says these are peaceful demonstrations, well, some may be, but a lot of them are not. And, you know, people do not approve of chunks of concrete and rocks being thrown at cars. They don't approve of cars being set on fire. They don't approve of violence against law enforcement officers. And make no mistake about it, it's not the federal authorities that are federal troops that are in there that are being attacked. It's the local police. And this talk by Nancy Pelosi, the Governor Newsom, and others, Karen Bass, the mayor, gives every appearance that they're on the side of these violent protesters.
Yes,
absolutely. He hit the nail on the head. He hit it on the head. Not only are they not calling for an end to this, they're stirring the pot. They're blaming the Trump administration, saying, if you didn't come, we wouldn't have had these riots. But let me tell you, he's doing his job. This is what we elected him for. And these aren't raids. This is ICE enforcing the law of the land. And we would not have to do this had Biden did what he needed to do to make sure that border was secure. If Kamala Harris done what she was assigned to do and made that border secure, what are we supposed to do? Allow them to stay infinitely? Continue to pay for everything for them so the money that they make, they can send back to their homeland where they can retire safely? Get out of here. Let me tell you, America has had enough. And from what I'm hearing, the people who are seeing this on TV, they too feel like we feel. It's about damn time.
These ICE officers, they are out here getting rid of criminal illegals. I have a photo here of one of the people that was taken in the ICE raid. It was a Vietnamese national convicted of carrying out a mass shooting at a high school graduation party.
And these are the types of people that they want to keep in the country. All right, we're almost done. And then we'll get out of here, folks.
That shocked Southern California. I mean, folks, this is what we're talking about here. This is him. So this
All right. I guess I will end the live stream. Had a little snafu. Some of you stuck around. Okay. All right. I may go live. I'm back. All right. So I lost my video. Let me see. But yeah, we're pretty much done. Thank you for sticking around, folks. So where are we? Robert, look like Miss Rowland's been frozen. Yeah, hey, Chubbs, you know they're always after me, love. Oh my God. The things I have to do to stay on. So I may come on tomorrow. Let's see what happens in the news. I've enjoyed all of you. And I told you, thank you so much. If you stick around, sometimes I come back on. If I don't come back on, you know it's because I can't. But we're pretty much done anyway. And so, hey, I enjoyed you as I always do. Because you know me, I haven't got time for the pain. You know, I had to sing some Carly Simon. And until we meet again, now you know I'm going to come talk to you in the comment section. But again, depending on what happens in the news, I may be live tomorrow. I may go live. If I get in from work at a decent time, decent hour, I'll go live. And we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Anticipation. Anticipation. It's making me wait. I will be anticipating meeting with all of you again. Now, you know where I'm going now. I'm going to the comment section. And I will talk to you as long as you are there. And you know, thank you for holding on, because I told you, if you hold on, if I can get back on, I will. And you know, I always come back when I'm able to. Chubbs, we understand Miss Rowland. People speak the truth on you know who gets frozen. You know, Chubbs. Robert, I heard he was deported. The one who kept saying, no more money for you. You lazy. I asked someone in Chicago. Now, they said he was deported, so I don't know, but that's what I was told. All right. So you know where I'm going next? I'm coming to talk to you. Yes, you. I enjoyed you. Be safe and God bless you. And meet me in the comment section right now. Thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Rowland's Reviews YouTube channel. Here I come.